Hey, what's up everybody? What's up YouTube? It's been exactly 10 months since I took a one-way ticket from Nairobi, Kenya and came here to the Netherlands. And it's been one ride of a journey. So today I'm here to discuss to you about 15 culture shock differences I've faced here in the Netherlands. Culture shock difference between Kenya and the Netherlands. Stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and let's go, let's get it. So the culture shock number one is the weather. The weather in the Netherlands. Here in het Netherlands is wisselvallig. Translation is the weather in the Netherlands is changeable. Netherlands weather, they have 4 seasons. They have the spring, that's lente. So they have lente, zomer, herfst, and winter. That's the spring, summer, fall, and winter. In the spring, we have the rains mostly. In the summer, it's usually hot, very hot, extremely hot. Sometimes I think it gets up to around 30 degrees. Then we have the fall. The fall is when the trees and the flowers shed off the leaves, and it's usually also rainy season. And also in the winter we have snow, and it's usually cold. Like right now it's the winter, the sun is out, but like I said in the beginning, it's wisselvallig, it's changeable. Weather in the Netherlands is unpredictable. You don't know what's happening, or rather what's going to happen the following day. Like today we have the sun is out. Yesterday it was very windy, extreme. It was very windy. Even today it's a bit windy, but yesterday was very windy. Then the day before yesterday was raining. Alright, today is Tuesday. Ndio hiyo mvua inanyesha. Jana kulikuwa na mist, leo kuna mvua. Bro, welcome to the Netherlands, bro. Then 3 days prior it was mist. There was too much mist, like in 100 meters you cannot be able to see wherever you're going. So the weather in the Netherlands compared to the weather in Kenya, those are two different types of weather. Like in Kenya, I think we just know of 3 types of weather. We know the cold season, the rainy season, and the hot season. We do not have winter in Kenya. We do not have fall. I mean, we do have fall, yes, but we don't call it fall, because basically, even if it's fall, the trees and the leaves and the flowers don't shed off the leaves in Kenya. But here, I will show you my environment. As you can see, the trees behind me, they don't have flowers or leaves on them. So those are the two differences. And the weather in the Netherlands is extreme, very, very extreme, because when it's hot, like right now, the sun is out, but I'm wearing a jacket. I have 2 jackets inside. I have gloves on. These are my cycling gloves. I also have the other cycling gloves on, because it is very, very cold. The sun is out, but it's cold. In Kenya, when the sun is out, it is hot. That's the difference. Here, when it's cold, it is extremely cold. It's not just cold, extremely cold. And another thing also I've seen here, considering the weather, is that there are very few homeless people. And the homeless people I've seen, I doubt they even sleep on the streets, because with this kind of weather you cannot sleep on the streets. Hey, ni noma sana, hawezi lala nje because baridi itakumaliza. And in the Netherlands it rains, it is wet 9 months of the year. A year has 12 months. 4 months of summer, that's the sun. The rest of the year, it's usually wet. And that's why at a time like this, when the sun is out, you find people basking in the sun. People come out and just relax and bro, vitamin D ni muhimu sana. People just come out and get that vitamin D. Yeah. And also another thing I've also experienced about the weather in the Netherlands, the people, or rather parents who have kids, very small kids, infants, those who can't walk, 2 years, 1 year, they're still on those those things they put for babies, those things. It's raining, but then they're walking their kids outside. I mean, that's crazy. That was shocking to me, because in Kenya, people fear the rains. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you're a small child, whether you're mature, whether you're Gen Z, we fear the rain. I mean, I think Kenyan people fear the rain more than they fear cars. That's what we say in Kenya. Kenyan people fear the rains more than fear cars. But here, they find it's raining outside, but people are literally walking out. Like I saw this guy like 5 days ago jogging in the rain with no jacket, just a shirt. And it's not the first time. Usually people do that often. They walk their dogs outside, they walk their kids on the baby those things na sukumanga to eat. And also they do workouts in the rain. So bro, that to me that was a big shock, and I'm still yet contemplating that how they are able even to do that, bro. That's insane. But in Kenya, it's different. In Kenya, it's not wet the whole year. In Kenya, we have like right now it's January, and I know it's raining in Kenya. Like I know in Kenya it's raining between January, February, around March also it rains. Then the sun comes out. Then the cold season is usually around June, July, August, and a bit of September. But then Kenya, when it's cold, it can be cold, but then when the sun is out, it's still hot. All right. Culture shock number 2. Here in the Netherlands, or rather in Europe, they have longer days in the summer, and they have shorter days in the winter. Like for example, so they have 9 hours of daylight, and then the rest of the hours is nighttime, because the night falls around 5 p.m. in the afternoon, and then light comes in the morning at 8, around between 8 and 8:30 in the morning. And then during summer we have the longer days. The longer days are starting from 4 in the morning. That's when the sun comes up, and then it goes all the way until 10 p.m. at night. So around 7-8 hours of night. So to me that was a shock, because in Kenya we have we only have 12-hour shifts. That's 12 hours of day and 12 hours of night, and it runs like that year in, year out. So culture shock number 3 is Dutch people plan for everything. Every single thing they plan for it. There's nothing that they barely do anything out of spontaneously. They plan for everything. When it comes to public transportation, so when it comes to visiting people, for example, you cannot just visit any Dutch person anyhow. You must plan for a visit. Unlike in Kenya you can visit anyone. Like for example, I have my friends who come to visit me anytime. You can just come, knock the door, then I welcome you, come and discuss anytime, anything, and then you just leave. Here in the Netherlands, you cannot do that. You cannot just walk into someone's house without without planning. Utafukuzwa. Another thing is that they also keep time. In terms of planning, also they keep time. So when we plan, for example, we are meeting at a specific time, they don't forget. We might be talking like just having a conversation, and then I tell you, for example, the 1st of February we're going to meet, or rather the 14th of February we're going to meet at 12 o'clock at a certain place. Then the 14th of February reaches 12 o'clock p.m. I'll be there on time. But then we as Kenyans, tumezoea, that's why they say there's no rush in there's no rush in Africa. there's a saying in Africa that says there's no rush in Africa. And mostly you find in Kenya, for example, where I come from, you arrange your meeting with someone and then they come late. It doesn't matter whether it's 5-10 minutes late, 20 minutes late. In the Netherlands, it's totally different. They do not come late. And in terms of keeping time, we have, for example, the public transportation. That's the buses, trams, trains. These are to bro. They keep time. No single day I ever experienced train, for example, I'm a tram which are late. They even have a clock that tells you in the next 5 minutes the train will be arriving. And if it's going to be late, they tell you the train will be late by 1 minute. And if you're traveling, for example, using a tram or a train, going at a particular place, they keep time. They tell you this is the amount of time that you'll be arriving at your destination. So if you start checking the time exactly, that when you arrive, exactly that's the specific time you'll be arriving. And to me that was a shock, because where I come from in Kenya, bro, you plan to go somewhere, just plan ahead of time. If you're planning to arrive at a certain place in 1 hour, add an extra hour because there's traffic. Bro, traffic is the main cause of the delay, not keeping time and stuff. Yeah. But apart from that, also government services here in the Netherlands, for example, to me that was a shock, because they attend to you like as if you are a very important person, of which yes you are. For example, I went to the government, the Gemeente, the local authority, and then I was processing my credentials. I went to a particular day, a specific time. Then I was immediately, for example, I was to be served at 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, I was getting served, and I did not even have to pay a single fee. Kutoa kitu kidogo for me to get served. I mean, it's so unfortunate. Kenya is totally different. We are improving. Some services are really good. Some other services, bro, normal sana. Like for example, my passport, the new generation passport, East African passport. It took me like 9 months for it to be processed, bro. Passport has taken 9 months. Right now, I don't know if it's improved. Before I left, on some adjustments, things were getting better. But bro, my passport took 9 months, and I even had to pay some extra money for it to be processed faster, so that I can travel. Otherwise, Singapore or Saidi, because things were just lagging behind. It's a shame, bro. It's a shame. But to me, here that was a shock in the Netherlands. The government services, you don't have to pay any money to get served, and they are on time. When it comes to public transportation, the public transportation is on time. Then when visiting your friends, you do not just visit them. Umeongea kidachi bana. Hapo mimi mko mzito. You don't have to. Rather, you have to plan. To visit your friends while here in the Netherlands. You don't just visit people spontaneously, randomly, anyhow. Alright, on to culture shock number 4. Alright, so culture shock number 4. Hakuna ugali, bro. Food. Culture shock number food. Chakula. Hakuna ugali hapa. There is no ugali, bro. Let me even stop for a second and explain this to you guys, bro. One is that the food here in the Netherlands, rather in Europe generally, the food tastes different. Si chakula mbaya, it's a good food. I mean, change is also good, change is inevitable. You cannot avoid it. But bro, hakuna ugali. There is no ugali here in the Netherlands. I found a corn, flour, unga ugali, at a supermarket, and I tried cooking ugali with it, but then the taste was totally different. Si kama ile ugali nilikuwa nimezoea Kenya. Unajua tumezoea soko, maize meal, tumezoea those types of, ile nini kienyeji, mahindi imesiagwa, and then cook ugali with it. But I tried cooking here, but bro, it is totally different, and oh wow, The food itself also, nyama, beef, is different. They have some good beef, but then the rest, bro, majority of the foods is canned, like beans. I bought beans from the supermarket. I bought most of the cereals, you buy them also in the supermarket, and you cannot buy them on the streets. So hakuna chakula kama sisi Kenya. You know, in Kenya you can go to the farms, you can go on the streets and buy them, but here you must buy them from the supermarket because there's no any other place you can buy them from. The food is totally different. Chakula in it is too different. I won't compare the food here with Kenyan food. If it's food, I would say Kenya any day, anytime. The food in Kenya, you buy them. You can get food from the street. You can grow your own food in your own backyard. And also I think the differences in food is that the weather here also inachangia kwa chakula, because you cannot just grow some types of food around here. Man, this weather is too cold. The last time I ate sukuma wiki, I cannot remember. The last time I ate spinach, I cannot remember. They do have spinach here, but it's totally different. Mboga za kienyeji, zile tumezoea Kenya, they're not here. So they have their own types of vegetables. Rice is there, so they have different types of rices. Rice ni sawa. Chapati, they have flour, and it's called Tave Bloom. That's the name of the flour, and it is totally different also. I cook chapati every other week, but then it tastes totally different. It's not like the chapati nimezoea like Kenya. So bro, wouldn't say when it comes to food, just no, it's totally different, and to me it's still a shock. I'm even impressed that I'm still surviving and eating. But anyways, you know, the body takes 21 days to adapt, so nimezoea kukula hiyo chakula, but nimemiss nyama choma, trust me, nimemiss tu ugali, beef na sukuma wiki. That's the first thing natarajia kukula nikifika Kenya, ugali, sukuma wiki na beef. That's what I miss most. Nimemiss nduma, you know, hakuna nduma hapa, you know, sweet potatoes, hakuna mandazi. Bro, mandazi, the simple things, you know, we take for granted. You know, unaweza kula mandazi every other week. Kaimati, you know, their donuts here, they are so sweet. Mimi nimezoea donut ile tu. Umepika tu hapo hivyo, unakula hapo kwa nyumba, you know. Beans, una githeri, bro. Nimemiss githeri. There is no githeri here. And also the type of corn is very soft. Your corn, they do grow maize, but then the maize is not for human consumption. It's for feeding the animals, feeding the cows. Sisi maize ni ya kukula, ni ya kupika ugali, bro. So that's another shock for me, and I'm still in shock mpaka saizi, you know. As you look at me right now, almost 8 months bila kula ugali. I've been cooking ugali, lakini ile ugali napika, bro, si kama Kenya. It's very soft, and it's not ugali. Hiyo ni unga ya packet. Sisi tumezoea ugali ile unatoa mahindi, unasiaga grade 1. Achana grade 2, 3. 1 ile unasiaga hivi, unapika hapo, unachapa ugali kwa ukuta, pop inakwama, you know. But anyways, it is what it is. On to culture shock number 6. I'm on 5. Let's go, let's get it. Alright, so culture shock number 5. The funerals. It's unfortunate that I had to attend a funeral, and I was shocked at how they conduct the funerals around here. Unlike Kenya, the funerals, for example, the church service took only around 40 to 45 minutes. Then we had the funeral procession service, which only took around 20 to 25 minutes. And to me it was a shock, because one, that was very short. The service was very short compared to what I'm used to back at home. In Kenya, we have services that go as long as the whole day. Then, for example, during the church service, there's no viewing of the body. The service took only 40 to 45 minutes. Then the funeral procession service at the gravesite. It was only 20 minutes, 25 minutes. And when the coffin arrives, it is immediately taken to the grave. Then it is immediately taken to the grave, then placed. Then the people come, pay their last respects. Then the family pays the last respects, then leave the body there without lowering it down to the ground. They don't cover it up. The local government, that's the Gemeente, will come and do the covering of the coffin and everything else. Maybe the family can come later and then cement and do all the necessary things they need to do on the graveyard. But compared to Kenya, and also another thing, before I forget, is that they view the body once, and also the family decides who can come and view the body. Not everyone can just come and view the body, anyone from anywhere. Unlike Kenya. In Kenya, when a person dies, for example, it takes almost a whole week of mourning. And during this 1 week of mourning, we have people come and feast. So it's not just mourning; they mourn at the same time they feast. They eat during the week when they come. Then we also have harambes, for example, when they come and you pay something small to the person who's passed. Then also, apart from mourning, feasting, eating, during the church services usually take the whole day. Then you have to travel a longer distance, around 8 hours travel from depending on where the funeral is taking place, but usually the funeral takes place back in the village where the person comes from. And also after the service, then there's the funeral procession service, which also takes long. Then immediately the body is lowered down, they make sure that it's covered with soil, and everything is done there. Unlike here, we're experienced, none of that is happening here. And also, the funeral procession here in Europe, in the Netherlands, they do not eat during funerals. So there's no eating in funerals. The family, or rather, they do not lower the body down. That's the work of the government. Their services are very short. And also, one last thing is that there is no photos, no taking of pictures during the church service, during the funeral procession service. No photos were taken, no videos were taken. The only video that was taken was during the live of those people who were watching from home, and also people watching from overseas, live video on YouTube. But apart from that, no taking of photos, no taking of videos by people, private phones, whatever. And there was no mourning, no crying out loud like what I'm used to back at home. People crying very loud. Here it was just listening to the church service, paying your last respects, and you leave. And that's how it was, man. To me, that was a shock. And bro, it is what it is, man. The world out here is different, bro. It's totally different. Well, on to culture shock number 6. Culture shock number 6. Traffic. Traffic in the Netherlands is not like traffic what I'm used to back at home in Kenya. Traffic in Kenya, bro. Ukiwa traffic ni ile gari imesimama, like 10 minutes, 20 minutes imesimama kwa traffic jam, so magari ndio hizo mingi. Here in the Netherlands is different. Rush hour traffic is whereby there are so many cars, yes, on the road, and but the only difference is the cars are moving. As just mama completely, so they're moving. The traffic is different because they obey the rules also, and they have cameras on the roads. So they also keep to the speed limits, unlike Kenya. Kenya nakwambia speed limits kidogo, hakuna cameras all over. We also have cameras on the roads, but it was a shock to me because traffic, they talk about traffic, and people complaining about traffic here. Bro, hapa kuna traffic ile iko hapa ni it's moving. It's a moving traffic, and it's not like what we're used to back at home. Yeah, and also talking about traffic, they follow the speed rules on the road, speed limits, for example. Most of the roads, there are roads whereby you can drive only 60 to 80. The others you can drive between 100 kilometers per hour. Others you can drive only 100 to 130. After 6 o'clock, you can drive to 130 kilometers. On the roads that you drive from, for example, 60 to 80, if you drive 100, there are cameras. So if you don't keep to the speed limits, definitely utapatikana, because everything here is digital. The cameras will track your car. Bro, that guy is speeding, bro. Damn. So the cameras will track your car, and then they will send you a mail, utapata mail, then you'll have to pay a fine, and it's very hefty. It's a very big fine. So they keep to the speed limits. If you're driving on a major highway, the autover, and you drive below 80 below 80, it is an offense. You're not supposed to drive slow, because driving slow is what creates traffic jam. So you enter a road that's you're supposed to drive between 80 to 100, you maintain the 80 to 100. So if you drive below 80, for example, it is an offense. You can't get charged by the the government, the law, the police, and also that's another way of creating traffic jam. But here I've seen mostly 80%, or rather 95% of road users, they adhere to the traffic laws and traffic rules. All right, so yeah, unlike in Kenya, bro, traffic rules kidogo. Hey bro, traffic rules kidogo Kenya ni ngori, because we have traffic lights, yes, but then unapata kuna traffic police. So you wonder, why is there traffic lights and a traffic police and still this traffic jam? And it's unfortunate because some people are very matatu Kenya ni normal. Matatu do not even follow. They do not follow rules, So to me that was a shock, because I'm used to the traffic jam in Kenya. I'm used to the not keeping speed limits. But here it is very nice even driving here. Like unatoka na gari yako, you know very well that you get to the destination safely, you get to destination on time. The roads are very nice. There's the traffic lights, which everyone is following the traffic lights. And at a traffic jam, lakini it's not like the traffic jam you used to back at home. Anyways, culture shock number 7. Let's go. Let's get it. All right. On to culture shock number 7. Security. Security here in the Netherlands. Generally, it is. I'd give it out of 10. I'll give it a 9, because one, we have less cases of theft around here. There's less cases of robbery. People just park your cars anyhowly, like on the streets. The houses don't have fences. Estates don't have gates. They don't have watchmen. There's no security people to guard gates or cars or neighborhoods. And there are actually less cases of thefts. Like for example, 9 a.m. at night, 10 a.m. at night, you find people jogging on the streets. You can, I see people cycling, for example, like the time I leave to go to work, or sometimes you just find people cycling at night, 5 a.m. in the morning. And the dark alleys where they're cycling at, it's very dark, there's no lights. But then you don't hear cases of people getting robbed or people getting mugged, bicycles stolen, people getting beaten up, pickpocketing. I'm not saying it's not there, it's there. That's why I didn't give it a 10, but it's not a major thing. Security wise, it's a place you can live. It's a place you can survive. Like bro, you cannot compare security wise here and security wise in Kenya. Hey bro, security wise in Kenya is totally different, man. The areas in Kenya whereby you cannot even go out at 8 a.m. 8 p.m. so 8 p.m. And also, for example, here in the Netherlands, they have their houses, they have big windows, very big windows, and the houses don't have grills. Unlike Kenya, most of the houses, they have grills because security-wise, it's a bit risky. So yeah, so those are some of the differences I've seen here in the Netherlands in terms of security compared to Kenya. That is noise pollution. All right, number 8. The Netherlands have what you would call cycle path. The cycle path is equal kila mahali, bro. If you're a cyclist and you happen to be cycling, hakuna mahali unapatana na gari anywhere unless you just happen to be crossing the road. If you happen to be crossing the road, there are traffic lights. I think Netherlands is one of I think top 5 in the world, if not top 3, if not the best country, because they have the most. Well, I think China has the most number of bikes, then maybe Netherlands, but Netherlands has cycle paths everywhere, every single corner. Like right now in front of me, I'm on my balcony, lakini mbele yangu, let me show you guys so that you can see clearly. These are the houses and that's the road, that's the parking spot. Then right there, that's the playing field. You can take your dogs, and you can see that guy cycling. That is now the cycle path, and cars cannot pass on that particular road. And also, speaking of cycle paths, also walking paths. You cannot find people walking on the streets, or rather on the roads. So there's no way unaweza patana na gari. It's so difficult to find unnecessary accidents on cars on bicycles, or other cars and passengers, or rather bicycles and passengers, because on these roads you have cars, they have their own street, cycles, motorcycles driving with cars. Then we have bicycles on their own cycle path, and then we have pedestrians who have their own pedestrians footpath. All right, and number 9, they have bins for everything. Bins for trash. That means they have bins for plastic. They have bins for clothes. For example, clothes you do not wear, they have specific bins for it. They have bins for paper. They have bins for food products, that's waste food product, that food you've left behind. They have bins for that. They have bins for metals, and also they have bins for electrical stuff, that's waste products like phones you're not using, chargers, earphones, laptops. They have specific bins for that, or yeah, so that they can be taken to the recycle place. You do not mix all that stuff together. And it is shocking to me because this is something I've never seen, coming from a country whereby in Kenya everything is put in one place. Kila kitu nachanganyishwa, whether it is plastic, metal, clothes, paper, everything is put in one place. I think there was a time Kenya we started to separate, like we had 3 different types of bins. I think it was yellow, blue, and red, to differentiate the types of waste you're going to put in. But man, kidogo to fail up, we didn't manage, because it's so hard to train people who've, like me, for example, me mezoea kuweka tu trash anyhow. Like for example, even here in the Netherlands, me adapting to it was not easy, because I was like, what's the difference? It's just paper. Why can't you just put paper with plastic? I mean, it's trash. To me, that's my mentality, where I'm coming from. Lakini hapa hivi, paper is paper, plastic is plastic. Plastic will go maybe to being recycled, paper will go maybe and recycled also, I don't know, and be used for something else. Same thing with electrical stuff, and also same thing with clothes and metals and all that stuff. So man, that was really shocking. All right. Number 10. Number 10. The Dutch people talk very loud. Where Dutch people wanna get loud, bro. Those people talk like as if they're talking to the person who's the third house from where you're living. And you know, Dutch is a language whereby ni kama Waluya, they talk with the you know, Dutch is a language whereby they talk with the KH, you know, G. The G is spelled like KH. Yo, I mean, I remember my first job when I came here, I was working in a supermarket. And then customers come in and bro, me bado ni mgeni. My first month here, I got a job. Then guys come in, then they ask me in Dutch, they want something from the vegetable section or maybe the bread section, and me sijui vizuri, you know, but then they're speaking in Dutch and then they're speaking so loud. The next person when yako hapo hivyo next anasikiza. Bro, the first line in Dutch that I learned was Ik spreek geen Nederlands. That means I do not speak Dutch. And it was a shame because I'm living in Netherlands and I cannot speak their language. And to them, they don't know I'm new. Akujiandikwa hapa hivi, yo bro, you're new, so hawezi ongea hii lugha. Hapana. I just had to learn that language so that when they ask me in Dutch, I tell them, Ik spreek geen Nederlands. But then with time, I started hearing the words because my reading is much better than my listening. So with time I started getting to know what they're saying. But bro, art wanaongea loud. I mean, where I come from, Kenya, if you're talking to a person who's next and you're in an outside place, in a restaurant, in a supermarket, it doesn't matter whether in a public place, you don't talk loud like unongelesha mtu ako kule 10-20 meters away. If I'm with you right next here, I talk to you in a polite manner, in a low tone, so that you know it's a conversation between two people. It's a private conversation. Like any Dutch people, I think they do not have privacy. Art wanaongea loud. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. This was so loud, man. Number 11 was the Christmas season. Christmas season is very shocking. I found it to be very shocking because the way they take it seriously, they take it so seriously. Number one, Christmas season happens December 25th around the world. In around December 25th, or rather in December, on October, November, December, that's the fall. So fall is whereby the trees fall, or rather the leaves from the trees fall. So then the weather changes from summer, from hot weather now it becomes cold, then the rains and so snow. Then like I talked earlier about the 4 seasons they have. But then now during Christmas, when you walk out at night, the trees have lit it up because there's so much lights on the trees, and it's not just one tree. These guys have so many trees, but the trees don't have leaves because it's fall. Leaves zimeanguka, so miti ni just branches. So the trees, you might find a street has like 100 trees, but zote ni branches, no leaves. But then there are 100 trees on the streets, it's gonna lights. So it's at night, it's a very beautiful place during the Christmas season. Number 12, it's about the roads. Netherlands is a very small country. From north to south, it's about 360 kilometers. And from east to west, it's about 257 kilometers. So you can imagine how small that is. If you compare it with Nairobi, or rather with Kenya, for example, kutoka Nairobi to Mombasa, it's around 400 kilometers. And so Nairobi to Mombasa is 400 kilometers. And imagine Netherlands from north to the south of then Netherlands, the whole country is 360 kilometers. So you can imagine how small the country is. Netherlands as a country can fit inside Kenya 14 times. So 14 times. Netherlands can fit in Kenya 14 times. So you can imagine how small the country is. It has a population of about 18 million, so to speak, according to Wikipedia. But then my point is, the roads are very complicated. Here in the Netherlands, everybody uses GPS. I mean, whether you're cycling, whether you're in the motorbike, scooter, bromobiles, everything. lori, kuna matatu hapo. But whether you're driving or you're riding or you're walking saa zingine bro, they use the GPS. And I was shocked because my first day getting here, one thing also noticed is that the cars in Netherlands don't have they're not tinted. So when the cars pass, you can clearly see through the other passenger's car, and everyone has their phones on the dashboard, and that's the GPS, because you cannot hold your phone, you'll be fined. So everyone in the Netherlands uses GPS. The roads are very complicated. They have different roads and different roads with different speeds. So the autoweg, that's like in Kenya, if you compare the autoweg in Kenya is like Thika Road and Mombasa Road. Those are like the major highways. Apple, you can do 130 kilometers. That's the maximum on such roads. The other roads they have for 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. Then the other roads they have whereby they share with the motorbikes and the cyclists. But the roads in the Netherlands are very complicated. If you compare them with Kenya, Kenyans don't use GPS as much. They do use it, yes, sometimes, maybe places you've never been to, or completely, or maybe if you're going very far and pretty much you've never been there. But if you tell me to go from Nairobi to Kisumu, says to me GPS, I know the route. If you tell me to go to Nairobi to Mombasa, I'll just go directly, I know the place. Unless I'm going to a specific place, not that means GPS. But here in the Netherlands, you don't just wake up and drive. You will get lost. The roads, it's a small country, but the roads are very complicated. They're very nice roads, very complicated, and bro, I've driven on these roads and I can tell you bro, kupotea ni rahisi sana. And once you meet an exit, you have to go unaenda wacha ile atu ya nini ya Thika Road. Thika Road ukimiss exit 4 or 5 or rather exit 10, exit 11 simbali, utapata na pale, and then you turn back and come back. Here in the Netherlands, if you miss an exit, you will be taken to another road and go probably like another 8-minute drive or 10 minutes drive. So it is very complicated. That's also one thing that I found to be very, very interesting. Number 12 is the Dutch people eat dinner around 5 to 6 7 p.m. So between 5 and 7 p.m. is when they eat their dinner. Ukiambia Mkenya hivyo, man, that's hiyo ni mapema sana bro. Nikule dinner 5, then what am I supposed to do between 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? By the time I kulala, that's 5 hours. Chocolate itakuwa digested, you know, and I'll be very hungry. In Kenya, most Kenyans eat dinner between 7 and 9. So between 7 and 9, that's when the Kenyans eat the dinner. Dutch people eat dinner between 5 and 7. And if you walk into a restaurant around 5, any restaurant, chances are you won't get a seat because people book in advance. So you make a reservation in advance, then when it reaches that time, you just go have your dinner. And what I came to realize is that unapata during the day in most restaurants, asubuhi aina watu, lunchtime maybe a few people here because of eating lunch, and that's between 12 and 2. Then between 3, 4 and 5, there is totally no one in the restaurant. But ikifika 5 or rather 5:30, you see people start streaming in. And then when you're outside the restaurant, you might think this restaurant aina mtu ndani, but then once you go inside, it is fully packed. And restaurant businesses here are doing quite well. I mean, kama wewe ni Mkenya unafanya business ya restaurant, you should come here because these people are always kuangusha. Most Dutch people like eating in the restaurants. That's what I've noticed also. But what they eat their dinner between 5 and 7 p.m. Kenyans na yeni wongo. Kenya kule dinner 5 p.m. bro. Hakuna 5 p.m. pengine, you know, chai ya jioni, you know, yeah, snack. But most Kenyans, we take our dinner between 7 and 8, 9 p.m. Speaking of dinner, they have what you call the 3-course meal. So si Kenyans tumezoea kukula, you know, kama ni kukula dinner, it is one meal. That's the main course. Hakuna story ya appetizer, yes, you dessert, you know. No, bro. The Dutch people, they have the dessert, then rather they have the appetizer, dessert, main course, then the dessert. Appetizer, usually it's bread. Their main food usually appetizes bread. So bread with either rombota, that's blue band, or they have those things they apply on their bread. So many things, bro. I have no idea what, I do not eat those things, but they have so many things. Appetizer, then the main course, then after the main course they have dessert, and dessert mainly is sweet things, either ice cream, chocolate, basically just sweet things, pudding, and all that. Kenya, hakuna kitu kama 3-course meal. No. 3-course meal is a Western thing. In Kenya we have only one meal. Now your one meal, it comprises of, kama ni ugali, iko na ugali kwa hapo, kuna mboga ya managu, you know, terere, spinach, kales, you know, sukuma wiki. That's on the vegetable side. Then ugali is the main thing. Then nyama could comprise of either matumbo, you know, beef, nyama ya ng'ombe hapo, ama chicken, you know, kuku, ingoho, ama samaki, and then iko kuna soup mpika mekarangwa, you know, ina polite na meta tu. Hakuna stories juu eti unakula. Once you eat dinner, that's it. Unamaliza, unachapa maji yako, glass yako ya maji, and you're done. To me that was shocking. So I've been here in a few places in the Netherlands visiting friends, man. Story ya mkate, appetizer, then afterwards, you know, chocolate and ice cream. And then these people eat, wanakula chakula kidogo, bro. Man, I was served small food, but I was looking at that food like, bro, Kenyans, we eat food. One main course, that's it. Netherlands, 3-course meal, they eat in small portions. To me, that was shocking. It is what it is. And last but not least, what I really found shocking in the Netherlands, now I come in Kenya, bro, if you've never been, kama hujawahi panda ndege, if you panda ndege and come these sides, bro, you will be shocked, because shaving your hair, like when the kinyozi, right? Kinyozi hapa ni super expensive. Mimi Kenya nimezoea kinyozi ya 50 bob, 100 bob, you know, depending on the areas. Like ukienda ghetto mtaani, ukienda, like for example, like wende Kibira, wende msi unanyolewa na so 3, so 4. Bro, utakwambia, no, you're joking, bro. Kibera unaweza, Kibich unapatana na 50 bob, 100 shillings. Then you go to areas like wende Karen. Trust me, Karen hata unaweza pata, the highest you can be shaved probably hata so 5, I'm sure ni pesa mingi. So 500, maybe 1,000. Here in the Netherlands, the lowest that you can get your hair shaved is I had it on I'll check out for the photo and then I'll post it. The lowest was 1,000 Kenyan shillings. So I converted it. That is just shaving your head. And that is just shaving, not even washing or applying those chemicals they do apply hair, you know, massage your head and stuff. That is extra. You pay extra for that. But kushika tu machine hivi, kunyoa nywele yako yanguke chini. Bro. The reason why I still have my long hair, this is the longest I've ever been with my hair in my life, is because I didn't come here to spend money on my head. Akili ni nywele. And if kunyoa nywele ndio itanifanya nisote, let me just keep my hair. So to me that was shocking. And the reason why also Afro hair is very expensive. And the quotes that I've given you, that's the Caucasian hair, the Arab hair, and the brown people hair, the Asians hair. So the Asians, Caucasians, and also the Arabs. The African hair, that's the Afro. hii nywele yetu hii ya still hii nywele ngumu, it is super expensive. And I went to one barber shop and asked them kama wanajua kunyoa nywele, so I could wanted to like do a fade, you know, trim my hair, look clean, spruce, neat, you know. Hey bro, niliambiwa one, they do not know how to do afro hair because it's hard. So the blacks who live around here, so the people with the afro hair who live around here, either they know how to shave, so they shave one another, or the friends of friends who know each other, so they shave one another, or maybe they've taught their spouses how to do it. For me, let me just keep my hair for now, afro. It is what it is. To me that was shocking. Kenya, we're coming back home soon, so tutanyoa nywele, you know, tutapata fade ile tumezoea, you know, from experienced barbers. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please let me know in the comments what you want me to do about next, about Netherlands or comparisons. Yeah, without any further ado, please like the video, give me a thumbs up, it does help a lot, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.